Two teams with different paths clash here at the 2026 Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey Championships here in Dartmouth. Game number 3 on the docket today, and the Bandits will take on the Novas as we are underway here in this one. And two high-scoring teams, they love to shoot the puck, and ultimately it's going to come down to that battle between the pipes. Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to High Button Sports here from the Dartmouth Zasman Sportsplex. Game number 3 on the docket here today, day number 1 from the 2026 U15 Major Hockey Championships. And a big story going into this one, you have one of the highest goals against averages on the one side for the Bandits, and then over at the other end, the Novas have the second best combined goals against average in the league, just behind the Gulls, who set themselves up with a win here earlier today. That one's going to be collected. Here's Asher Sampson, 41 points on the season, 25 of which were tallies of his own, as that one's going to be taken in over the line, sending that one just out to the left of Ava Fry, who has a 9-9 record, a 3.82 goals against, 889 save percentage, and that one will be steered aside at the other end by Landon Wilson, an 11-4 record, a 2.47 goals against average, as we are off and running here as Labuki. We'll drop that one in. That one's going to be collected. Played up, trying to chip that one back in. That one's collected back in behind the net. Throws that one out in front. Trying to send that one right back in. That's Roddy Gillis. Back up with a shot. Hits a body on the way through, and that one seeps just wide as Noel Romar, leading scorer for the Novas, getting in on the action here. Back up top, spinning, firing that one. Doesn't find its way through. That one's back the other way now. Playing that one across here. Back over the line. That one's going to be sent right back in. Just out to the left of Wilson. Picked up now, battling here along the boards. Burke, and a stick goes flying. Not sure where that one came from, but that one's going to be shot right back in. Picked up, and that one comes right back in. Picked up, that'll be played across. Working that one ahead now. Here come the Bandits over the line. Trying to center that one, trying to get off to a quick start. One of the higher scoring teams in the league this past season. They might have to score their way through, but a team very capable of doing that. He has Max Young. Turns that one over. That one's picked up, Asher Sampson. Working that one back in. Sampson out in front there, and that one just misses as Colin Crawford was on the doorstep, just couldn't bury it as he couldn't get a stick on that one, but that one's going to be blown down for the offside here, 2:55 in. And that'll be a face-off just outside the line. The Bandits had a thrilling series that they took in 2 games, but it was a thrilling double overtime victory over the Jonal Gym Cougars that propelled them here. Of course, they had the home ice advantage. That ultimately vaulted them. And for the Novas, they beat up on the Dartmouth Whalers to get to this point. And the Whalers came out swinging today, almost stealing one from the Gulls. The team largely expected to be the favorite. They stuck within 1, so the Whalers in it themselves. Warewell Bombers taking the last game against the Rangers if you're just tuning in. That one's going to be picked up here. Lincoln McDonald played that one back to the point. That one's going to come right back here, McMullen. Battle for it here along the wall. Comes right back. That one's going to be flipped up. Romard gloves it down, plays that one ahead. McDonald just out of his reach. That one comes right back, trying to poke it ahead. Back over the line. Camus works his way in, but that one's going to be offside here. 4:04 in. Parsons just misses that one. Trying to send that one up, and that one's going to be battle here along the wall. Won by Camus. Braxton Robertson gets that one, a little stretch pass up ice. That's a delayed offside, and the Bandits are going to battle for it. But that one's going to be a delayed offside. That one's going to come back out, and I think that one's going to come all the way back down. That one will actually just stay right outside the line. Face off just outside the line. It's one back. Played here by Parsons. I'll be played up. Here's Chandler. Firing that one wide, and that one's going to be stopped up. And the face-off will come out to the right of Wilson. There's one back up to the line, and that one comes out. So they'll have to tag up as after. That's set up. He's going to send that one back down. Oliver McMullen. Dashing through the neutral zone, works it up over the blue line. McMullen walks in. Off the outside of the goal. Back up top with a shot there, and Fry will punch that one aside, and Robertson will steer that one out of danger. Fry has that one. She's got that one in her pads, and she's going to drop that one right off here for Cale Parsons. Parsons got that one right back. Couldn't handle the pass, and now he's got Ryland Peoples all over him. Plays that one up here for Enzo Chandler, just out of his reach. That one's picked up by Sampson. Asher Sampson works it in over the line. Cuts that one away and cuts wide. Back in behind. Foot race for it here is Marshall Hayes. First one to it, sends it up ice. Now a potential 2-on-1, and they won't have the speed to make it happen, but they took the zone and they turn it right back over. That one's passed back the other way now. A collision there in the open part of the ice. That one's going to be flipped up and gloved down by Fry. She's going to play that one off. Dashing through the neutral zone. Here's Hayes. Works that one up over the line. Trying to work it through. Takes a shot. That one steered away. Back in behind the net. Tried to center that one. Noel Romard. Back up for Hayes. Hayes with a shot. That one almost steered away. Plays it up. Romard. Works it up over the line. Takes a shot there. That one just misses high. Takes a shot. That one's going to be stopped up. And covered up here with 8:10 to go here in period number one. So day number one, the U15 championships. Of course, the higher seeded team winning both of the first two games. Face off here out to the left. Chopping that one down low was Labuki. Passes that one up now with some speed. Here they come. Here comes Maddox Burke. Trying to bust through. Couldn't find a lane in. And part of the credit for that incredible goals against numbers for the Novas is largely that suffocating defense that does such a good job protecting that inside part of the ice. Something that a lot of coaches will stress. And certainly a big key to their success this year, able to win those low-scoring games, as that one's a shot right on Flutters, just past the trapper side of Ava Fry. That one's back up, takes a shot. That one's going to be blocked on the way through. Collected. Plays that one up. Here's O'Hearn. O'Hearn will fire that one up and around. Plays it back in behind the net. Wilson will play that one off, and applying some pressure there was Quinn Smith. Now a battle here and leaning into Maximus Young, as that one's almost turned over and back the other way now. Peoples throws that one up ice. An opportunity. He's in, and he couldn't get a shot off there, and now a collision. And a little bit of shoving going on there. They'll work that one up over the blue line. Now over center. Back over the blue line. Dashing through and couldn't quite find a way in. That one's going to be passed ahead now. Works it up over center. Now over the blue line. He's in, and that one steered away. One's picked up, and hopping on that one was Fry, as she saw a lot developing there. And now a penalty on the way, as McMullen getting a little jab there, causing a bit of trouble in front of the Bandits' net. And the Novas will get a call there. McMullen heading off for the rough. And the face-off will be out to the right of Wilson, so the first power play on the day. Maddox Burke, a player to watch, 28 goals on the season, and 6 of which came on the power play. So certainly some special team magic to be had for the Bandits. Here's Robertson. Plays it across, Labuki. Labuki cross-ice pass there, and he couldn't handle that one. That one's picked up and sent down the distance by the Novas. Ava Fry drops that one here for Robertson. Robertson will play that one up here for Labuki. Labuki works that one over the line, but that one's going to be offside as he battles along the wall. But that one will come just outside the zone. And for the Bandits, these opportunities this weekend might be few and far between. You got to capitalize on these moments. The game can definitely come down to maybe 10 to 15 different moments that could ultimately sway it. And this is a big one here for the Bandits, a Nova's team that doesn't allow a lot in the way of offense. You got to take these power play situations seriously. A chance here for Bedford to break the ice and set the terms of this one. 50 seconds gone on the power play. Here's Labuki. Labuki thought about skating that one up. That one's going to come away. Chipped up down the ice. Robertson back in behind the net. Plays that one across here. McLean. There's McLean. Gives it back for Chandler. Back for McLean. There's Nolan McLean. Fires that one. And that one's up. Off the boards and out. Working that one up over the line and in. Plays that one off the boards. Back up top here for Enzo Chandler. Got that one poked off his stick. And that'll do it here for the penalty. Bandits will be 0 for 1. Chandler looking to flip it on a dime here. Has it stolen away. Here comes McMullen fresh out of the box. Oliver McMullen shooting. Stopped by Fry as she'll shut the door on that one. Colton McIsaac has that one taken away. Young will fire that one back in. Passes that one up to center. That one comes out. McDonald works that one up over the blue line, takes a shot, and Fry punches that one aside into the netting. Out of play with 3.5 to go here in period number 1. Bandits provincial champions of 2 years ago in Antigonish. It was the Novas who hosted that tournament, and the Bandits topped the high-flying Gulls that year with an emphatic 6-1 win in the championship game, which marked their first provincial championship in franchise history. They're looking to win their second in 3 years, as that one gets swung around. Around the boards here, drops it back. Playing that one ahead, trying to fire it in. It's passed up now. Fires it back in. That'll be covered up here by Landon Wilson. We'll have a look here at leading scorers for the Bandits. Maddox Burke with 25 goals. He got 55 points. Meanwhile, Jackson Camus, the 28 goals and 27 assists. So those two are the big power players for the Bandits. They're going to have to find a way to be impactful in this one. A tough Novas defense. That's a couple of high-scoring players. And on the topic of the Novas, we'll take a look at their leading scorers. Noel Ramard and Asher Sampson, a couple of big game players. Of course, Ramard, a rookie in this league. Still has another year to go of U15 eligibility. Maybe looking like a monster of an acquisition for this Novas team heading into next season, as that one's going to be dropped off out in front and almost found Lincoln McDonald on the back door. Picked up shooting off the outside of the net. Back up top, McMullen works it down. Backhand across, spinning, shooting, scores. Colton McIsaac. 2:03 to go. And the Novas lead by 1. It's 1-0. And Colton McIsaac left alone all in front and just fired that one on, and sometimes all you could do is throw it on net. And sometimes that's the best thing that can happen as it finds its way to the back of the net. And it's 1-0 here for the Novas. Sending that one back. Here's Camus. Works that one in. Inside 2 minutes to go here in the first. One's picked up by Purcell. Stolen away, taking a shot there. That one's blocked, ends up out of play. With 1:34 to go in the frame. Face off out to the left. Picked up. Here's Crawford. Plays that one ahead. Here comes Sampson. The dangerous Asher Sampson loses the puck there. Crawford trailing him, and Fry will cover that one up and make the stop there. Trying to not give up another. Now face off here out to the right of Fry. That one's one back, dumped off. Played ahead, here's Chandler. Works it up over the blue line, walks in, and that one's a glove stop. In the last minute here in period number 1. Novas with a 1-0 edge. Colton McIsaac, the lone bit of offense. That's how the Novas win lots of games. They get that early lead. We're able to just choke you out as that one's going to be up. Looking for another. That one's picked up. McIsaac has it down low. It's collected back the other way. Labuki works that one in over the line. 25 seconds to go. Along the wall, Liam Labuki in the middle. That one comes free, and that one's going to come all the way back out. 10 seconds to go as the Bandits will settle it down. Here's Robertson. Plays it across, looking to send it up ice. Labuki doesn't have the lane, and that will do it. As time expires, end of period number 1. Novas have the advantage. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Period number 2 underway. Novas lead at 1-0. Credit to Colton McIsaac for that lone goal as that one's going to be sent wide. Picked up now. Here's Young. Battling here. Sends it up to the line. That one just escapes. That one comes right back out. Here's Romard. Taken down. Trying to center that one. That one's collected. Works that one back up now. Over the line. That one's going to be just offside here. And a face-off just outside the line. That one's collected now, works it up over the line, shooting, firing that one over the goal. Back up, Robertson. Swings that one back around. O'Coin back in behind the net, out in front, and that one's going to come right back the other way now. Here comes Crawford. He gets stymied there. McMullen. That one's played across. Works that one in over the line. Trying to throw that one on, and that one goes just wide as Crawford trying to get a stick on that one. McDonald gives that one away. Here's O'Coin. O'Coin turns that one over, and the Novas will send that one back the other way. Here's Colin Crawford. Gives that one off. Peoples Crawford sends that one just wide. Little backhand out in front, and that one comes free. McMullen firing that one wide. Peoples gets a hit there. Crawford flipping that one in, battling here with Labuki. There's Labuki firing that one. That one's going to be punched away. Plays it across. Here's McIsaac. Colton McIsaac walks in, scores. Colton McIsaac double dips. And it's 2-0 Novas. What a snipe from Colton McIsaac. Novas lead by 2. And what a big lead that might feel like right now. Bandits not getting much in the way of offense. And Lincoln McDonald notching the assist on that one. That one's going to be stopped up for the offside. Now 2:34 in to period number 2. It's a 2-goal lead for the Novas. Stolen away, opportunity, and that one steered aside by Wilson. That one came close. McLean fires that on. That one's punched aside by Wilson. Drops it back. Taking a shot there. That one's up top, and Wilson will bounce that one off his chest protector into the glove, and he'll cover that one up before it creates any kind of danger for him. Back up top. Plays across, winds up, shoots, and that's a pad save. Can't hold on to it as Chandler turns that one over. That one's back the other way now. It's picked up here by Hayes. Marshall Hayes plays it across. Up to center, and that one, they tried to fire that one in. That stolen back shooting, and Wilson had to be sharp on that one. As he steers that one aside. It was a clean look on the net. You don't get that very often. Picked up, works it up over center, now over the blue line. Back into the corner, centering pass in front, chips it just over as Romard almost finessed his way to one there. That one's poked ahead now. Enzo Chandler gets that one away. McMullen will play that one back. And back to get it here is Alex McDonald. Plays it around for McMullen. Bandits will be the first one to it. He'll chip that one down into the zone. That one's back the other way now. Cuts it wide out in front. McIsaac sends that one on. He's already got two. And Ava Fry shuts the door for number 3. Face off here out to the right. Crawford plays that one back. Here's McDonald. Back shooting, and that one steered away. Here's Stewart. Firing that one in. That one's going to be steered aside by Wilson, and he'll cover that one up. That'll be a face-off here out to the left of Wilson. Picked up on the doorstep there, back up, leans into one, shooting, blocked in front, and Wilson hops on that one, and luckily for Wilson, he was the only one on the ice who knew where that one went. Face-off will come out to his left. It's one back, sent down McMullen. Back in behind the net, out in front. Crawford will play that one ahead. Back the other way, Sampson walks in, sends that one just wide. McDonald will send that down low here for Nolan McLean. McLean turning that one over, picked up here by the Novas, trying to center that one. Crawford back up here for McDonald. He's going to give it back for Crawford. Crawford into the middle, backhands it right on, and a blocker stop by Ava Fry. That gets punched aside here, O'Coin. Plays that one up. That one comes right back. Here comes Sampson. Asher Sampson is in, and that's stopped by Fry as it goes up and out of play. And Ava Fry, sharp as a knife, keeping her Bandits in it. But at some point, you're going to need some of that offensive firepower to showcase that you've gotten all season long. That one's dropped back behind the net. Thought about trying to pass that one up. That one's picked up now. Tried to play that one across. That looks Don McDonald. Gives that one off, back up top for McDonald. Takes a shot, redirected on, and Fry makes the stop. Just before the 6-minute mark of period 2. Face off out to the left. Takes a shot. Fry makes the stop. And we'll cover that one up. Where's that one back? Robertson. Back from Fry. That one's going to be thrown up ice. That'll go the distance, so it'll be icing. So another defensive zone draw for the Bandits. And for the Bandits, it's going to be all about how you're going to break that puck out. A lot of the bedrock of finding ways to score, get the puck up ice, it's all about having a full 5-man breakout. And they're not doing that right now. It's allowing the Novas to take it away, cause turnovers, as we see right there, and that one's going to be fired just wide. McDonald with a shot redirected, they score! Tipped in front, and Lincoln McDonald joins the party, his second point on the day. And it's 3-0 for the Novas. And that one is a result of that turnover. And it ends up in the back of the net. It's now 3-0 for the Novas. And a tough hill to climb here for the Bandits in their opener. Crawford attacking the defender there is Frazier. Pokes that one ahead. Here's Maximus Young. Gives that one off, trying to work it through. Trying to play that one up now. Over the blue line. Works it in, shooting, scores! It's 4-0. And Rylan Peoples joins the party. 4 unanswered for the Novas. And the Bandits need to dig deep to find an answer here.
Nova's third goal was McDonald from McConaughey and Romero at 6 minutes, 26 seconds. Nova's goal scored number 22.
Battle for it down low here. That one's going to be picked up as O'Coin battles. That one comes back up to the point. Takes that one away. Here comes Colton McIsaac. He's already got 2. McIsaac trying to center that one. That one's going to be steered away off the boards. That one comes up. Back the other way, Cameron. Has it stolen back. Here's McIsaac. Will backhand that one in. Walks in, trying to cut through into the middle. That one's picked up. Back the other way now. Here comes O'Coin. Bandits have numbers as they'll send that one back in. McMullen turns that one right back. Here's Romard. Will skate ahead with it. Taking a shot there. Fry makes the stop. That one pops up, and it'll be gloved down by the defender. Passed up here to Cameron. Here's Cameron. Drops it back. Shooting. Robertson sends that one just wide. Chandler will send that one right back around. Robertson gets dumped there along the wall, but he'll get that one in deep as the Novas will recollect, throwing that one up ice, and that one hits a defensive stick, ends up out of play. It's going to be a face-off just outside the Bandits' end. Face-off just outside the zone here. Sending that one back in. Plays it up. Works that one up over center. Now over the blue line. That one's going to be kicked away. Parsons plays that one up here as Frazier will fire that one in. And Cale Parsons will be the first one to it. Works it back. Smith outlets that one off for Stewart. That one's going to be offside. So face off just outside the line. So face-off just outside the line. Here's McLean. McLean will chip that one ahead. Here's Romard. Romard shooting, and that one steered away. Picked up and works it back up to the line. McMullen. Works that down for Lincoln McDonald. Here's McIsaac. Try to drop it for McDonald. Gives it back for McIsaac. Off the wall. Alex McDonald fires that one. That one's picked up now by McIsaac. Battling here is McLean. Tried to dig that one out. That one's going to come back the other way as Maddox Burke plays it ahead. Settled down, though, by McMullen as we're midway through period number 2. Here's Romard. Over center, now over the blue line. That one's going to be taken away now. McMullen. Back in behind the net. That one's collected now. Jackson Camus played that one off, and he got the pass. He got a stick on that one, so it won't be icing. That one's bombed right back up the ice. Works it in, dropping it off. Asher Sampson now. Up top with a shot. That one's blocked, and that one exits. And comes free now, and Colin Crawford settles it down, little backhand across. That one hops over a stick. Here's Crawford. Plays that one ahead. Works that one up over center. Now over the blue line. Sampson walks in shooting, and that one's blocked on the way through. Firing that in there is Roddy Gillis. Robertson sends that one up ice. Springs his man as that one is just on the other side. There is Drew Cameron. Tried to send that one up here as Crawford. Plays it across, walking in. Sampson with a shot there, and that one goes just wide. That one's played ahead. Here's Cameron. Try to play that one back. That one's going to come back the other way. Here's Gillis as that one's taken away now. Back into the zone. Picked up here by Duggan. Doikers. Who's the battle there, and McMullen plays that one ahead. Firing it off the boards, picked up. Novas will fire that one on, and that one goes into the netting, out of play. With 7:17 remaining here in the second. A flurry of goals at the start of the period. Puts the Novas up by 4. As Ava Fry just adjusting her equipment. But the Novas had a quick series against the Dartmouth Whalers. The Bandits had a quick series as well. Different paths to this point. That one's picked up now. Is that one up? Tried to get it across. Sending that one up. That one's all the way down. And that'll be icing as it goes just out to the left of Wilson. So it'll be a face-off, this time out to the right of Fry. Collected, poked off the stick. McIsaac spins and fires that one. Here's McMullen. Picked up, now back the other way. Fires it off the boards. Cameron trying to work his way through. That one gets stopped up, and that one comes right back out. Here's McLean. One's going to get fired right back around. Back in behind the net, McMullen. Fires that one up ice. Here come the Novas, back the other way. Drops it, Romard shooting. One's blocked on the way through and forces it wide. Back up Gillis with a shot, and Fry will glove that one down and cover it up with 6:07 to go in the second. Picked up Labuki. Swings that one around. Tried to pass that one up here for Smith. That one goes all the way down. Wilson covering that one up. Face-off will be out to the left. Battle forward in front, they score! Bandits are on the board. And they finally break through. Joseph out on the doorstep. And they're back within 3. Just on the doorstep, and sometimes you need to manufacture your own luck. And finally, the Bandits have joined the party as Labuki plays that one across. That one's going to be flipped right in. Now trying to get a forecheck going. Picked up. Here's Labuki. Plays that one ahead. Here's AO. Plays that one. Here's Burke. Burke is in. A backhand stop by Wilson. That one's passed ahead. Works that one back. Here's Hayes. Hayes works it down. Little backhand. Steered away. Picked up Ayotte. Had that one knocked out of the air. McIsaac. Chipping that one off the boards. Here's Robertson. Schlender. Fires that one around. There's Beckett, Schlender. Loses the battle on that one. That one's going to come back the other way now. Up over the blue line. Taken down. Poked off the stick there of Parsons. Taken back, trying to spin and fire that one right on. Collected, fires it off the glass. That one comes out. Up over center, now over the blue line. It's a 2-on-1 shooting. Stopped by Fry, almost knocked right back down there by Crawford. But instead, Crawford tried to center that one, taken down. Was a Bandit, no call. Out in front on the doorstep, stopped by Fry, and that one came just free. Here's Romard with a shot and a pass across off the outside of the post as Asher Sampson has been around it today. Sampson trying to pull the trigger there. That one's back the other way, hops right over the stick there of Maddox-Burke. Here's Peoples. Picked up now by Robertson. Playing that one ahead. That one's all the way down, but that'll be icing. There were 3:07 remaining in the second. Bandits looking for a little more of an answer by the end of the frame. Here's McDonald. Sending that one back. That one's going to be collected now. Lincoln McDonald for Braxton Robertson, up for Stewart. Stewart had his pocket pick there. Flashing along the boards as McLean will fire that one in. McMullen plays it off the wall, gives it back for Alex McDonald. Up for McIsaac. Finds Romard. Back the other way now. Chips it up. It's going to be a 2-on-1, a 3-on-2 now. Walks in shooting, and that one stopped by Wilson. As that one comes back the other way. Here's Romard. Up over the line. Here's Romard. 3-on-1 shooting. Missing high. As that one comes back the other way. O'Coin applying some pressure. Plays that one right back up here for McIsaac. Colton McIsaac gives that one, and McDonald will fire that one on, and Fry tried to cover it. It came loose, and on the second try, she does get a hold of it with 1:56 to go. Face off here out to the right. Purcell lost the battle there. That one's going to come back the other way now. Here's O'Coin. Had a 3-on-2, turned it over. Backhands it up, Duikers. Up over the line. That one's sent up now. Drew Cameron back the other way now. Got to wait for reinforcements. Cameron fires it right on. Stopped by Wilson. Up over the line, but that one's going to be offside with 1:23 remaining in the frame. And a face-off just outside the line. Crawford getting the boot from the dot. There's one back here by the Bandits. We'll play that one up here inside 1:20 to go. Back in behind the net, trying to pass that one up. Stolen away. Here comes Crawford. Back up over the line, but that one's going to be offside. And a little bit of a skirmish after the whistle here. As the Bandits getting a little under the skin here of the Novas. And the face-off will come just outside the line. Here with 1:03 to go. So that's one back as Stewart will play that one back for Fry. She'll cover that one up. Here with 1:01 remaining in period number 2. One back. Here's Robertson as we enter the last minute in period 2. That one's going to be passed ahead here for Young. Young plays that one ahead now. A foot race for it as Beckett Slender was the first one to it. Doesn't win the battle. Slender comes away with it. Shot right on, sending that one wide. Back up top now, Robertson. Bandits have it. Robertson with a shot that hits a skate. Ends up down into the corner. That one comes free here for Peoples. Peoples will play that one ahead, and the Novas will break it out. Plays that one right back in. Flips it up. Down the ice, Crawford. Slender chipping that one up off the wall. Parsons played it ahead now. Less than 10 seconds to go, and the Novas will just settle it down. As Sampson will take that one back in, and that will take us to the second intermission. 4-1 is the score for the Novas at the end of the frame. They scored 4 unanswered, but the Bandits get one back, and that's the score as we head into the third. We'll be right back for period number 3. Welcome back, everybody. Period number 3 ready to get underway. It was 4 unanswered goals for the Novas that put them up 4-0, but an answer from the Bandits has them lurking around and potentially finding a lane back into this one. It won't be easy, but they found that first one, which is always the hardest one to come by. Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to High Button Sports here from the Dartmouth Zatzman Sportsplex. 2026 U15 Major Provincial Championships. As that one's stolen away, almost stolen back by Sampson. 3-on-2. Here come the Bandits with numbers, and that one's going to be blocked in. Burke with a shot from the outside there, and Wilson will knock the net off as he pushes off there. But Maddox Burke, a dangerous skater coming up the wing. Tried to roof that one on Wilson. And that one's going to be a face-off here out to the right of Wilson. One back. Here's Hayes. Gives that one right back. Tried to center that one. That one's back the other way now. Foot race for it, and the Bandits will win. Taking a fall there out in front, and that one's going to be steered away by Fry. Back the other way now. Works it over the line, backhands it right on out of the air. High stick waved off. Here's McLean. McLean out in front here for Camus, but that one's going to be cleared away as Sampson playing that one ahead now. McMullen plays it back here for Alex McDonald. Plays it up. Here's Cameron. Has it stolen away. Smith walks in shooting, and that one's up high. That one will be out of play. Face off here to the right of Wilson. And Schlender getting the boot from the dot, or at least it looked like it. That one's played right back. Robertson plays it ahead now. Schlender thought about chasing it, but it would have been offside, so he's got to go tag up. Working that one back in. Labuki, and that one will be covered up by Ava Fry. Bandits have found their way back into games before. They've got a tall task ahead of them here. Sends that one right back around. Bandits are back in action tomorrow. They got a match against the reigning champion Warewell Bombers. Meanwhile, the Novas, a clash with the Rangers tomorrow at noon. Lots of action. We got it all for you here at High Button. That one's going to be played ahead now. Works that one up. Tried to get it over the line. That one's picked up. Fires it off the glass. That one comes out. Back up. Tried to get it over the line. A little backhand steered away by Wilson. As that one's going to be collected now by McIsaac. Back around here, Cale Parsons. Couldn't hold it, and that one's going to come right back out. Colton McIsaac at the end of a long shift will work that one down. Takes it back in behind the net. McIsaac has that one stolen away. Played ahead, and that one's going to be worked all the way down. And that'll go for an icing. Here with 17:06 remaining. That one's sent right back down low. Drops it out in front. Trying to come away with it here. Plays it up all the way down, and the Novas will go back to collect. Playing that one up. Intercepted by Hayes. Novas will work it back. Here's Crawford. Plays that one up. Crawford. Back up top. Here's Sampson. Sampson out in front, and that one's redirected wide on the doorstep there as Fry makes the stop. He's back the other way now. Shooting, scores. Novas get another one. And they restore that 4-goal lead. Back up 5-1. Asher Sampson joins the party with one there. One of the leading scorers for the Novas. 25 goals in the regular season, and he's got one here to put them up by 4. Trying to chop at that one. That one comes free. Back in front. Scores again. Back-to-back for the Novas. And they lead 6-1. Left all alone in front. Alex Don McDonald. No mistake. Up over the shoulder of Fry. And a tough start here for the Bandits, champions of 2 years ago. Ayotte plays it back. Trying to send that one up. And that one's going to be stopped up at the line for an offside here with 15:48 remaining. Bandits looking for something positive to build on. They have a tough mountain to climb at this point. Face off just outside the line. It's going to be chopped right down. Works it back, McMullen. Flipping that one up here, Labuki. Turns that one over, back over the line. Play is onside. That's picked up here by Duggan. Chipped off the boards, back the other way now. Here come the Bandits trying to threaten. Drops it back, Camus with a shot there. That one goes right into the chest of Landon Wilson. And Wilson has been rock solid here today. Just as advertised. That one's picked up. McMullen looked up ice. Instead, he's going to defer here to Alex McDonald. Plays it back. Here's Parsons. Try to center that one. Works it back. Young plays it across. Sends that back around. There's Young. Back for McMullen. Here's McLean. Works that one back up over the line. They'll send that one back around. One's redirected all the way down. That'll be an icing here with 14:02 to go. Next up, opening ceremonies with the Dartmouth Whalers and the Halifax Wolverines clashing a Battle of the Harbor. Face off here out to the right of Wilson. O'Hearn back up. Hayes loses the battle there. Gregor O'Hearn dogging his man as he back checks there, and battle here along the wall, and that one's going to come free. Back up over the line. Chipped ahead now. Here comes Moore. Cutting wide. He's in. Stopped by Wilson. As Maddox Burke was in and got stonewalled by Wilson there, standing tall as that one's back the other way. That one will be fired out to the right here of Fry, who will hop on that one and opts to cover it with 13:11 to go. The face off here. Back in behind the net. That one sent down the ice, and that'll be an icing. Starts here to the Bandits. So another defensive zone face-off. Plays it up. Here's Chandler. O'Coin plays it ahead now. Chandler trying to cut inside. Back up here for Parsons. There's Cale Parsons. Plays it across. Robertson shoots. Stopped by Wilson. And we'll cover that one up as he gloves that one down. Face-off will come out to the left. And hasn't Wilson been solid today? Mentioned before, just as advertised. As this Novus team has the recipe for success, as that one's shot right on. And Wilson will cover that one up too as he absorbs that. But the recipe for success for them is all about keeping the puck out of their net, something that you don't necessarily see a lot in this league. A lot of successful teams know how to score, and they do it often, but while the Novas have scored 6, they aren't one of the higher scoring teams in the league. That one's back from McIsaac, who fires that one wide. That one's picked up, sent right back around. Back in behind the net. Back the other way now. Of course, Nova is the third most goals for in the league, mixed with one of the lowest goals against. That is the second most. Behind the Gulls, they make themselves a contender at this tournament this weekend. Of course, 3 more days of action. Day and a half more of round robin. Then, of course, Saturday night, the 2 semifinals, and then Sunday bronze medal game and gold medal game. Got it all for you here at High Button Sports. To the left here of Wilson. One back. Swings it back around. That one's back up top. Plays it across. Here's Sampson. Sampson will chip that one down low. Works that one in behind here for Crawford. He's got Sampson with him. Sampson trying to dig that one out as we approach the midway mark of the period. Gillis trying to hold the line. Young trying to force the matter. Here's Sampson. Back up. Takes a shot. That one's right in to the pads of Fry. Face off out to the right. It's one back. Here's Robertson. Back for O'Hearn. Gives it back here for Camus. Jackson Camus back here for Labuki. Here's Labuki working that one in over the line. Sends that one right back in. O'Hearn. Throws that one right back down. Right back the other way. Here comes Rain McDonald. Fires that one right on, and Fry makes the stop and covers that one up. That face-off will come out to her right. Works that one back. In front, and that one's going to be steered away. It doesn't quite get through. McLean pokes that one up over the line, delayed offside, so they'll take that one back. Sends that one up. That one misses the mark and will go all the way down. It's picked up. Here's McMullen. Back for McDonald. Plays that one up for Romard. Romard sends that one around. Here's McLean. Parsons looking up ice. And Cale Parsons. Stopped up there. And that'll be a penalty here to the Novas. Romard for the rough. Or correction on that one for the board. Nonetheless, it's a 2-minute power play for the Bandits. That's one back. Up top for Robertson. Robertson plays that one across. Down low, taken away. That one's popped up. That one stays in play. Picked up and sent down the distance. And Fry will play that one off for Robertson. Robertson looking up, and that one's going to be played ahead. Labuki gets that one, fires it in, but Wilson will stop the cycle. McDonald around the boards. Burke holds it. Stolen away now. A short-handed break. Here comes McIsaac. Colton McIsaac up against 4 Bandits, and he almost came away with it there. So we're down to 8 minutes. Camus drops it for Burke. Burke plays it across, and that one hops over the stick there. A little backhand into the middle. Fires it up off the boards down the distance. Back for McLean now. McLean back for Hayes. Sent up McLean, and that one's going to come right back. Picked up by O'Coin. Gives it back for Hayes. Skates that one back up over center. Play is onside, working it in. Try to swing that one around. Here's Hayes. Picked up and sent down the distance. Here's McLean. We'll pass that one up. Hayes works it up over the line, past almost into the middle there as that one gets steered away, picked up, and Cohen Fraser can't clear it as we're back to 5-on-5 now with 6.5 to go. Here's Gillis. Up for Sampson. Sampson cuts into the middle. Here's Sampson, gives it back, shooting, and that one's stopped by Fry. She got a piece of that one. Here's Sampson. Spinning on the doorstep there. Back up. Here's Young. Takes a shot there, and that one's going to be steered away. Plays it back. Here's Aote. We'll chase that one back. Fry plays that one off for him. Skating that one up over center, now over the blue line. Aote with an opportunity, cutting wide, a backhand. Picked up now, out in front, and that one hits a stick. It's passed up, played along the wall. Stolen back. Shot right on, and that one goes just wide. Quinn Smith down to 5 minutes now as that one goes out of play. And it's been all Novus to start this one. The game prior to this one was a 7-1 victory for the Warewell Bombers. And the Gulls barely eked out a win against the Dartmouth Whalers in the first game on the slate today. Here's McDonald. Gives it back for Cameron. Here's Chandler. Plays it here, walks in, shoots, and that one's snagged by Wilson. The faceoff will come out to the left of him. Sending that one up ice. That one's all the way back. A foot race. Icing waved off. Picked up by the Bandits. Here's McLean, the captain, looking to move it up ice. Finds Cameron. Cameron will skate that one in. Up over the line. Here's Romard. Plays that one across and tried to find someone on the other side. Back up top, takes a shot. Fry makes the save and we'll pull that one in. And we'll cover it up. Here with 3:43 remaining. Face off here out to the right of Fry. Here's Labuki, passes up here for Camus. Sends it back in, here's Gillis. Back for Labuki. Labuki will try to skate that one ahead now. So we approach 3 minutes to go. Camus up here for Burke. Off the boards instead, that one's played right back. Gillis. Back here is Alex McDonald, misses that one, and he drills Camus. We play on there as that one shot right in. Gillis sends that one right down low. McDonald gives it back here for Burke. Robertson has that one turned over. Picked up 2.5 now. Gillis, little backhand up. Back for Robertson. We'll skate that one ahead. Picked up now, played ahead. Poked free, that one's up over center now, over the blue line. Shot right on, and Fry will glove that one down and cover it up. One back here by the Novas. Fires it up off the boards. Stopped up here, and that one's taken away. McDonald takes a hit there along the boards, and a penalty coming up here. .90 seconds on the clock. Heading off to the box, and Nolan McLean. Faceoff comes out to the right of Ava Fry. Robertson swings that one up and around. That one gets out. Back in behind the net. McDonald plays it ahead. Up over center, now over the blue line. Gillis up for Crawford here. Crawford plays it across. Back up. Stolen away here by the Bandits. They'll take it back the other way. Works it up over the line. Trying to cut in there. Here's Gillis. Gillis skates that one ahead. That one comes right back out to center. Here's McDonald. Plays it back here, and with less than 30 seconds to go, they'll settle it behind the net and wait for a look that they like. Working that one up. Top of the circle, cross ice, takes a shot, and Fry stops that one. McDonald takes a shot. That one's blocked. Less than 10 seconds to go. And McDonald takes a shot. That one's into the corner, and that will do it. The Novas take their first game of the 2026 Provincial Championship 6-1. They cruise to victory Bandits back on the ice tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., taking on the Warewell Bombers. And the Novas, of course, against the Rangers at 12 noon. Bandits will look to flip their fortunes against the reigning champions. The Novas look to keep rolling. Stick with us, player of the game coming right up.
And now the presentation of the Player of the Game Awards for the Martello Bandits. Number 15, Joseph Ayala.
And Joseph Ayotte, player of the game for the Bedford Bandits.
Player of the Game for the Novas. Number 13, Colton McCullough.
And Colton McCossack, pair of goals, player of the game for the Novas. They take it 6-1. Stick with us, opening ceremony.